Hello, my name is Samuel.
Yeah, I'm Camel.
Camel. He's Camel.
Camel.
Yeah. We're drinking some cold ones. It's celebrating Thanksgiving and we're having a great night.
Yeah, thankful for my family.
Hey, that's a good thing right there, baby. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
He's thankful for his family. That's the first most important thing because those are the closest people to us.
Absolutely.
You know, those are the ones that are there for us because they put their time in us. Especially our mom and dads. They sacrificed their time to put things in us. You know, our knowledge in us. And that is a way to be thankful for.
Absolutely.
That is awesome.
Especially if you have like parents, because not everybody was blessed enough to have their parents around, like in other countries.
Cambo has got it going on. Keep going.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Yeah, they don't have different. Huh?
Oh, fucking, what was you saying, bro?
Yeah, different countries. He said different countries, different countries have parents that are dying early because they have a lack of everything, as in because it's their mentalities, and they've been programmed this shit. It's sad.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people coming out of that and coming into America and any from all over the world and saying, yeah, this is the place. You just change your mentality and what happens? You start being that person because your beliefs are your mentalities. Your mentality, you start focusing in, you make a belief, and what happens?
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah, what you believe is what you see a reflection of in your life.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
it's like placebo.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
It sure is. If you fucking let that go and you put that on fucking autopilot, you're just living day to day and you think this is the way it is every single fucking day, just the world just brings the fucking whatever. No. That's a fixed mentality. That is actually a freaking scarcity mentality. You don't want that.
Yeah.
And that is really the dangerous thing is that's a sad thing that other countries have that.
And even our country.
Our country, yeah, but we, it's obviously we have a good leader, Donald Trump. We've had all kinds of good leaders. Obama, the last one, great leader. And there's just all kinds of them. And I really do believe that because we're still here and we're still abundance.
Right.
America is still abundance.
They always say you're supposed to support your leader, you know?
That's right. Absolutely. And I mean, well, if we're still here and we're still living and we're having a great time every single day, what the hell?
Yeah.
Great president. Don't worry about the other bullshit. That's negative.
Yeah, negative mindset.
That's a negative mindset.
I had a realization last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, fucking every person I've ever met almost always has something negative to say. And that's why we look at the world and see a bunch of negativity. But if we just start to speak life into the world instead of speaking death upon it.
That's a way to change things.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. And you have to change right here. Don't change those people. Don't start preaching to them if you're not changed. Don't start telling them the freaking deals unless you are believing it. And that's how you do. That's, you can. When you believe in something, you have confidence, and people like confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence shows that it's a pretty strong situation. It's, if you believe and you really stand for something, you have control over your beliefs. Because you have control over your thoughts and you really stand for something. You can stand for something, truly stand for something, because you got to find the real truth for it. So, that's that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
that's powerful shit.
Yeah, it's good Thanksgiving.
Good Thanksgiving right there.
It's
shit.
It's nice to have this opportunity.
Yeah.
It really is. It's really nice. It's just absolutely glorious to have the opportunity of having the knowledge of controlling your mind. Having the knowledge to control your mind.
Yeah.
That is powerful.
It's powerful shit.
If you knew how powerful that is, if you knew exactly where that turns into the pyramid, you know, it's only going up.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
you can just it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, a good demonstration of that was the other day. I want to say it was like 2 days ago, maybe. I was skating, and I was like, dude, working on that trick I was telling you about, the kickflip to manual to shove it out, and I was like, fucking fell on my ass. My ass was already fucked up from going to the skate park. Fucked up, hurt like a motherfucker, because I fell hard as fuck. Like, I landed primo, which is where the board lands sideways.
Right.
And I fucking fell on my back and on my ass hard as fuck.
Man.
I got back up, tried it again. My ass was hurting like a motherfucker. I remember the last thing that I thought right before I went up and landed it was, I'm gonna do this shit with my ass hurting and with my muscles are sore and everything.
You said that.
I'm still gonna fucking do it, even though I'd already been trying
Yeah.
for like 30 minutes.
Right.
I was like, I ain't gonna fucking walk out of this motherfucker without landing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking ended up fucking landing it right there after I thought that thought. I fucking did it. Perfect.
Nice. Because you had the thought of landing it.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was thinking about landing it, what it was gonna look like the whole time I was doing it. I was going real fast when I did it, so I was like, I know I need to get better at landing tricks going faster.
Yeah, that's that. I would almost call that the magic of visualizing.
Yeah.
When you visualize stuff, it actually puts a clarity on things. Like you can actually print it out more into your mind, so you're like really growing faster. That's what visualized things do. So when you clear things up more, like you put in, for an example, if you clear up like what you want, like in a car, you want to go buy a car. And so what you do is you put in what you want, as in, okay, I want red seats, I want, you start visualizing this stuff. Say, I want red seats, I want electric windows, and you just, oh yeah, that's it. So you go, and what you do is you get about 90% of it.
Right. Because that's what you fucking,
This
you
is
had,
what's
it's like your goal.
This is your goal, yeah.
It's
And so you
it's
visualize into that goal.
your standards pretty much.
Right.
'Cause your standards, you're buying a car, you set your standards for
Yes.
the certain things you want in that car.
Yes, that's a standard.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it turns into a standard.
And you find something that has the standards that you're looking for. And
Yep.
you're like, this is what I want. This is it right here. So I got the money for it.
That's
I'll
right.
get that motherfucker.
That's right. So that's a belief.
Yeah.
You see?
That's the way it is.
Those things all just turn into a flow. And when you have those in flow and those in order, you really have control. Because then you can take control of what you're doing, you know, of the moment. You can listen to people more and understand things and, you know, like what? You just have more clarity with people and communicate better. That's like really important to do, is communication. You know, if you don't have communication, then not a lot of shit's gonna happen. You're just gonna assume a bunch of shit. You know,
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna just assume.
Yeah.
Start assuming. That's a great habit to have. LOL. Yeah, that's a real fucking good habit.
Fuck.
So
Assuming is not good. Fucking, I assume shit, and I'm like, I fucking, something bad, or not really bad, you know, not really bad thing, but something goes other than the way I assumed it, and I was like, oh shit.
right.
I caught myself after it happened. I was like, damn, I actually assumed that this was going to happen, and it didn't happen. And I should have been more clear. If I would have been more clear on the situation and took a different approach, it would have worked out the way I thought it would.
There you go. If you would have just communicated, communication will get you there. That's where the communication comes so important. That's the key to success.
Yes, communication.
Communication.
Fucking.
I mean, that gets rid of the assuming.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great deal.
Just speak what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah, and be honest and just fucking pick the fucking phone up, you know? And call fucking Johnny. Be like, so did you get that or not? Or do I need to come and bring a 12-pack?
Yeah.
You know, you have a 12-pack or do I need to come and bring a 12-pack? My man. Okay, I'll have to buy one. I should have. Good thing I called you. You know what I'm saying? That's living your life. That's what living life's about. I mean, you just got to be the man with the fucking plan. You just got to be the man with the plan.
Shit, with me and you got the plan, dog.
Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, you just got to keep growing. Never stop growing.
Oh yeah,
That's the plan. But the plan can only get. You can't stop growing. You know, you can't. Now you could get big and muscular, but you got to be careful on that. Those are things, rules. You know, that you at your body, your brain. It's just.
Yeah, there's unlimited.
Yeah, there's a lot more unlimited going there. It's a computer that's way more unlimited than ever been built. Because we've built the computer itself, so we know how the unlimited goes.
That's right. Shit, who fucking developed all the fucking websites?
Yeah, please.
Put all the fucking information on the websites.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't some alien.
No, it was this right here. This!
Pretty plain.
You have the same fucking brain that guy came up with the car.
Yep.
Tesla has the exact same brain as yours. You have the exact same one as his. It's that fucking simple. Start learning. We're not in high school anymore. Start fucking learning about stuff that's gonna give you something to actually. I mean, the high school was there for a reason. You've done all those fucking classes. Now it's time to fucking start self-learning about how to succeed in life. Safe, happy, love, outstanding love and health, success, and happiness. That is what you want.
That's the key.
Those three things, or was that four? I don't even know, but I know those things. Success, happiness, healthy. You know, those are the things you need. You just need them.
Yeah. You choose those too. You choose them fucking.
Yeah. And when you can get the happiness in you, that is the magic.
Yeah,
That's
happiness.
the love of God inside of you. God is love. He doesn't put anybody down. He doesn't. He just loves everybody, and you have a choice to fucking live. You have a choice. Everybody has a fucking choice. It's your choice to fucking make your first move. And when you start working on little things, start working on small things, and don't fucking jump the fucking 12 steps. Just go with the fucking first step. You know? And just go with it. Don't go in the fucking gym. A lot of people say this. Really don't care. It's actually pretty fucking good. Don't go in the gym and fucking expect to fucking come out muscular as fuck in fucking 6 days or even a month. You aren't gonna fucking change a bit.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna start learning stuff. You're just gonna start getting into the flow.
Yeah,
Just getting a taste of it.
I started working out in about a month into it. I could tell a little bit of a difference. I was like starting to see, like, because I was real thin, and I started eating real healthy, eating a lot of food and working out all the time. And then like fucking, I didn't really see any like real results until about like, I want to say like 3 or 4 months into it. I was starting to notice shit, and then about 6 months into it, I was like really starting to be like, okay, now I'm getting to where I feel like I'm getting pretty big now. But then I quit working out because I was like, fuck, I ain't trying to be real heavy, and I don't like consuming so much, and that's what it takes to be like a real like if you want to be like real buff, like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger or something, you gotta fucking eat a lot of food. And I don't want to fucking have to spend all my time eating food. Like, there's more important things for me to be doing in life than just eating food and working out all the time.
It's a true story. It's a true story.
Yeah.
But when you're working out, there's so much time in the day when you realize how much time you have.
Yeah.
That's just something else. It's like you've got to understand the times of the days, and you got to figure out your times.
Right.
And that's why it's important if you get up in the morning and you do a breathing treatment and you go into meditation and you go through that meditation, and what you do is you take one of those meditations like that hold that breath in, that part of it. You want to hold that in and go through the day real fast. Go ahead and go through your day. Just go through your day real fast. Play your day, because it's not much anyways. I mean, you got to go to work, you got to do this, do that, do this. So you get that down, you can write it on paper. I put it in my fucking notes. A lot of the time, you know.
Yeah.
That way I can remember a couple things like, oh yeah, that was. And if you go back and say, man, I could. If you go back, okay, if you go back and you don't write those things down, you can go back and you could say, dang, I forgot a couple things. Even if I visualize my day, I still got a couple things I missed out because I didn't really catch on. If you write them down and read them, you're like, this is so easy. This is so easy. Like, this is like, oh my, this is awesome. It's almost too easy. It really is. It's almost too easy. And if you write them down, you do them. I mean, you just like, okay, you need to go here, here, here. Got it done. You know, you got to start your life somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to take control of it somehow. You got to start taking control of things. You know, you just can't. These are all the things that this is fast. This is a way to get fast under control.
Right.
This is a way to get people want to learn stuff. This is something to learn how to get under control in a very fast way. Get a pen and paper out, or get your cell phone out. That's what I do, and just fucking write it down in the fucking notes. You could be in a fucking meditation. You can come out of it and just fucking press fucking speaker and start talking. And just fall back into meditation. Into your notes. That's really good. That way you can go right back to your memory and go exactly back to what you started with. And just be like 3 or 4 things you gotta do. Or if you don't do anything, just have homework or something, that's fine. You know, but make sure you put it in your notes. You're going to be like, man, I already knew how to do homework, one thing, you know, whatever. But, well, you don't have to put that in your notes if you only got one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can remember that. Especially if your homework, it's important, you know. That's a fast way of getting in to discipline. Discipline is pretty much what that takes. And when you get into a discipline, you get into a happiness. It's not really a discipline. Because discipline, for a lot of people, that would mean like in trouble. Getting in trouble when you get disciplined or whatever. That word, it's not probably a good word for some people, or for myself.
People can get the wrong ideas about it.
Wrong ideas about the word discipline.
Yeah.
I really do believe that. There's actually a lot of negative things for that word.
Yeah, true.
It really, truly is, now I think about it a little deeper. Because there's a lot of meanings in that word. From history of people who grew up, how they grew up, and what they've been told, what they've been taught, and how they've been disciplined, like spanked, abused.
I guess a better word would be like self-control.
Self-control. Cameron or Camo. Cam just got it.
Camo.
Self-control.
Self-control.
That was Camel. That was good. Because self-control is where it's at.
Yeah.
Because then if you have self-control, you're talking about a whole another blessing to have. It's a blessing because if you have that, you have control over all the sweets, which I didn't have control over them today because it was Thanksgiving.
I swear you had to get a
Yeah.
couple extra piece of pie.
Yeah, I didn't. I was not. I was not going with that. The rules were out the window today. Hey, I was
Be
just
like
having a
that.
good time. It'd be like that sometimes, but it's all good.
When you fall down on your ass, you gotta get back up.
You got to get back up.
That's what it comes down to with self-discipline.
Mm.
Like, shit, everybody's gonna, like, they're gonna, like, break away from their standard at some point.
Yeah.
Make a mistake or whatever.
Yeah, backslide they call it, Christians.
Yeah, really, it's not a big deal. You
Yeah.
just gotta fucking learn how to get back up.
Learn from that backslide. Learn from that fall back, and be like, man, that was not the way I was planning on going. That hurt. I'm ready to move out back to where I was going.
Yeah.
Growing. That's it.
I swear, everybody makes mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mistakes are guaranteed.
They're good for you.
But they're not a good thing. So like I said, there's very positive things about mistakes. Is if you want to stay away from mistakes, you have to have learning about staying away from mistakes, as in you have to learn how to grow the correct way, to learn the correct way of learning, as in guarantee ways, like people that actually done it.
Yeah.
People that actually have written the books, read the books about people, read the books about success, read the books exactly how you get there, get all the good clues and put them together. And when you do that, and you learn about all this and put a focus onto it, you can get, it's a slow growth. It's not fast. It's slow. 2 to 3 years, you start getting good. You start getting pretty good at something. If you just put a lot of work on it, a lot of focus and a lot of training on it, like a lot of knowledge on it, you can get good. And if you do that, you won't have those mistakes. You see what I'm saying here?
I see what you mean.
Those are the promises for not having mistakes. Now, little mistakes that we make every day, as in, I go pull up at the downtown and I park in a parking area and I put the coins on the wrong side. Those kind of mistakes are the mistakes we make on the daily. Or even a smaller one. That was kind of big, but those kind of mistakes sometimes you go through and you're not really thinking because you got something else on your mind. That does happen. You get a parking ticket. But you can be foolish about it too, you see. But so, that's an example. You can be foolish about something and you can get the ticket because you just made a mistake. So you have to learn about not, like we know, and that's the what was that other word you used?
You talking about
Not discipline. No, not the discipline word, but
self-control.
Self-control. So if you have self-control, you would learn and you would say, okay, I got to do this, and don't assume nothing, just get it done. Be the man with the plan.
Yeah.
have self-control and just get rid of the fear and have self-control.
But you also have to be willing to make mistakes, though. Because I've noticed with skateboarding, it's like pretty much no way that you can ever learn like certain tricks.
Yeah, but you don't understand. You see, instead of going through a heartbreak, instead of going through any kind of instead of going through any bad thing in your life, like a heartbreak, family member dying, any kind of thing that would hurt you, and that's what mistakes do. Mistakes hurt you. Okay? So you grow from them. You want to do something different. You want to grow. Some people don't grow. Some people can go worse because they have no knowledge at all. It doesn't matter. So that's okay, so if you grow, man, I was getting mixed up. I got to pee and get my focus on, got to pee. So, what were we talking about, Cameron? You remember?
Making mistakes.
Yeah, I know that. But we was talking about something. That was a bad deal.
Shit, I feel like I make mistakes, bro. That's how you learn.
Oh yeah. So if you use the fear of having mistakes, of making mistakes, you'll grow. You see what I'm saying? You want to fear the mistakes. If you fear the mistakes, you will grow from out of that before you make the mistake.
I see.
So if you want to, this is what my point was. This is exactly what my point was. You have to realize, you got to understand that you need to understand this first. That's how you have a belief in it. You have to understand that learning before you make the mistake, you just became a better player at the game.
I see. Yeah.
You see how important that is?
I see what you mean. Like, from where I'm coming from, like, mistakes are inevitable. But I see where you're coming from, because you have to first, before you make the mistake, you want to learn how to do it the right way and try to do it the right way.
From somebody else,
and
off YouTube.
If you fuck up in some way, you know that, hey, I didn't do it right. I need to get up, try again, and just try to do it the right way.
Okay. Right.
You don't want to beat yourself up.
Yeah, but here's the deal. If you can look at anybody's lives, how they play their game. This is their life, their beliefs. It's their beliefs, their game. It's their game, you know. Their beliefs run their rules in their game. Run their fucking rules.
Yeah.
So when you know that these rules and all this, and that's what you learn from people. When you read books, you learn some good stuff. You know, self-help, self-development books, you're learning good things, you know. You're learning good things, as in learn not to make those mistakes. Because when you make those mistakes, you are falling, you're getting hurt, and it takes more time. It takes a year to heal. It takes 6 months to heal.
Yeah.
At least you go through a healing area. You know, you really do. It's crazy because you got to go through healing. And all these mistakes, you know, divorces, deaths, you have people around you, you're like, oh, why are they dying so early? Oh, you're looking around like, man, what's going on? They're 60 years old, they're 45, they're having heart attacks. Well, figure out all these mistakes they're making. Figure out what the mistakes they're making, why they're having these problems. People are going to make all kinds of excuses. They will. It's guaranteed to have negative and positive.
Yeah.
But it's the problem here is that all these mistakes that they're making, as in here's a mistake. You know, they say, well, oh, you know, it's in the genes. You know, it's in the genes. We've always been told it's in the genes. The genes. All you got to do is learn how to program your mind and run your proteins in your body, because your brain runs your body. your brain programs how to walk, and you fucking start walking.
Yeah.
So when you realize that this is the programmer of your body, you know, this is the action. This takes action. This is what makes action. This is what does every fucking thing in the books.
Yeah, that's how you learn, bro. It's like repetition, you know? When
Yes.
you first learn how to speak English as a baby,
Yeah.
it's because you're around it. That's the only language that you heard.
Repetition. He
talk.
said it.
And you start to watch them have like a glass of milk in their hands, and they'll say milk. And over a certain period of time, you learn how to say milk because they have a glass of milk in their hand.
Have a glass of milk in their hand.
And you see the milk, you freaking connect.
You're connected. You see it.
The sound that you just heard,
right?
And the picture that you see with your eyes, you connect to, and you learn that that's milk.
That's milk, exactly. You think a blind man is going to drink something straight? Because you know why? He's not seeing. He's not using his hand. He's not using his brain to use his hand because he can't see.
Well, he's using his brain, but he's not using the visual.
Yeah, the visual brain. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
This is the eyes to our computer. You know, we are in the video game. You got to put yourself in. Boom, pump right out the TV. Put yourself in a fucking TV, the video game right now. Just imagine going underneath your TV and popping in there. Bam, you're in it.
Yeah.
You are in the game. Now, guess what? This is the fucking reality right here. We are seeing in the game. We are actually, boom, we are in a house right now.
Swear.
Talking.
You got your five senses.
We got it all. We got the feel. Whoa. We are in it right now.
Yeah, you got the taste.
That's right.
Grab brew.
Right. But this here is the creator. This is the fucking magic right fucking here.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Before we were on the way home, and I was like, no, before we even left the house from Thanksgiving, I was like, you want to go get some beers?
Yeah.
I thought about beers, and I was like, we should grab some beers. While I was in the house, I remember having the thought,
That's right.
hey, we should grab some brews and get some drinks and chill for a little bit.
That's right.
And then freaking that's what manifested.
It happened. Damn it.
Yep, it happened.
Because you fucking put it in.
Yeah.
You put that program in and you went with it. On the spot. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, dog.
I mean, you just fucking... If you fucking keep doing the exact same fucking mentality, keep thinking about beer, you'll just keep going to the liquor store. Right or wrong.
That's right.
That's the problem. That's called stuck mentality.
I was in that mentality for a while.
We've all been there. I'm just trying to put back to that same flow. There's that flow. That's that bad flow we don't want to get into. I mean, hell, we're having a good time drinking our beer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but
beers are great.
Beers are great, but I'm just saying that if you get in that stuck, if you don't get in that growth mentality,
Yeah.
you got to believe that you got to fucking learn every day. That's the You believe that? You know why? Because you grow, and you grow, you only become more fucking abundance. You become abundance. You're growing. Everything is abundance when it grows.
Yeah, man. Apple tree, fucking.
It's abundance of apples because it's growing.
Apples everywhere.
Keep the growth mindset.
Swear.
You will grow.
Yeah.
You're watering the growth. It's got a hand. It pours in, boy. You start pouring that fucking knowledge in, it starts watering your garden.
Yeah, apple seeds. You don't just plant that tree. Even if it's not a seed, and you plant it from the time it's like a baby tree.
Mm-hmm.
It don't just. It's not gonna be 1 year, and you plant it, wait for next fucking spring or something.
That's right.
You're not gonna see no apples.
That's right.
It's gonna take time.
Absolutely.
You gotta fucking water that bitch, which is probably coming down from the fucking sky anyways.
Absolutely. You gotta take your time and it grows slowly. You gotta keep watering it, keep fucking eye on your thoughts. That way the bad weeds won't grow in over it. Keep plucking those out and putting a protection around those fucking jewels. Those good thoughts, those are jewels. And just keep going with it. When you can take control of that, and that's why it's so important to have meditation, fasting, and prayer.
Yeah.
Those 3 things right there will get you somewhere.
Well, those things like the clear your minds.
Clear your mind out from all the bullshit.
It's like practicing to your like concentration.
Concentration,
And
yeah, puts you in.
visualization.
That's right. It gets you all these blessings from all different, ways. Just really focusing in that you can start really using that thought that you need.
Yeah, because that's where you get your fucking. That's what you do in life. It's what you imagine in your mind that you're going to do.
And your beliefs.
Yeah.
And so that turns into confidence and everything else.
Shit.
It's just a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yeah.
But what's the most important thing?
The most important thing.
The most important thing of all this. We gotta say it.
To be thankful.
That is one of the most important things. That is one of. But you gotta find something first. Before you're truly thankful, you gotta find something first. It's LOVE. Love.
Self-love.
Self-love. That is the first ingredient you need to put in any of this. If you don't have that, you're going to be suicidal. If you don't have that, you will do anything to destroy yourself.
Oh yeah, I've been there. When you fucking don't have self-love, you don't make the right decisions.
Don't make the right
And
decisions.
you judge yourself.
You
Every
judge
decision
yourself.
you make. And nothing that you ever do is good enough.
Nothing, because that right there is using your thoughts at all negatives.
Yeah.
Self-talk, bad self-talk, you're only making beliefs just outrageously scarcity. Scarcity mentality. That's scary. That's scary. yeah, stay away from that. Fear that. That's the kind of fear that you should have.
Yeah.
That's the positive fear that you should have. And that's why it's important to learn how to have control over your mind thoughts. The reason why is that way you stay out of the fear mentality. That way you don't fall into the mistakes that other people do. All those mistakes you make is not good, So we'll start learning not to make mistakes. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta become like aware of what you're doing.
yeah, become aware, and the only way to become aware is you gotta love yourself.
Yeah, and you gotta start meditating.
Well, yeah,
to
people.
become aware.
Yeah, you
Like,
can meditate no matter what. People can meditate, I believe.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I do know. I mean, Hitler is an example. He didn't love himself. He got to that. He used his thoughts to go in. See, and that's the whole understanding. You start focusing on bad things. You're focusing on not having love for yourself. Love for yourself is an everyday thing. You don't just stop working on it. Everything you do, you don't stop working on. That is something you got to realize.
Yeah, you're the
That is very
masterpiece.
important to quit losing work on stuff that you start. Something you start, you need to stay working on it until, well, in reality for us people, you got to just steadily work on it.
Yeah.
You don't have to work on it hard and fucking go crazy.
Never give
Just
up.
keep it every day. Try to learn something new.
Swear, even if it's just like a small step forward,
Yeah.
a step forward.
Get a move on it.
Yeah.
Go to the gym and listen to something good. Go to the gym and listen to something good in your ears instead of fucking bullshit music or something that's just not going to get you, not going to teach you how to become a billionaire. It's not going to put any kind of beliefs in becoming a billionaire. So what the hell? That's not very helpful. That was actually a thing for me to realize.
Yeah.
I started fucking playing music. I was always playing music. I just turned the car on and was just, listening to music. Music is great. I like music, okay? But you gotta balance everything out.
Absolutely.
And when you realize that if you're just listening to music and watching stupid shit, if you are watching shit, if it's not there to fucking help you grow, then it's not good to listen to. I mean, that's fucking that. If it's not there to help you grow, then I mean, really, to the long end, you just like, well, it's not listening to you because you're not growing. You're not learning about your business. You're not learning about what you, who you are, who you want to be. You
I
know.
don't know. It's like music is just like it's like a good relaxer, you know.
Oh
You
yeah.
sit back and like listen to your music
Mm-hmm.
that you like to listen to because you enjoy it, like the way it sounds.
Right.
So it's like entertainment, you know. It's like you don't sit all day and watch Netflix all day. Yeah.
Well, some people do.
Some people do, but that's not getting them anywhere.
Well, no, that's my point.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Like you can sit back and do whatever you want, but some things that you do, it's like you got to become aware of. Like, okay, I've been doing this for like several months now. What kind of success am I getting? It takes reflection and
exactly.
confidence. You got to constantly reflecting on your life.
You gotta keep reflecting on your life. That's it.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there, and just do this one music, maybe this song you're listening to all the damn time.
Yeah.
You know, every time you're turning around because you love this one song, so you're playing it all the time. Well, you're just putting this programming in your computer that doesn't really need to be programming because you got bigger plans right now. You know, and that's what you got to understand. You got to get on to the bigger plan. That way you won't fail where you're at now. Because if you let go of your thoughts, you will fail, and the fucking failure you're already in. I mean, it's only abundance of failure. You don't want that.
No.
You know, we don't want that. We want abundance of happiness, love, success.
Yeah, that's right, man.
That's what we want. We want abundance of, me and you. We don't want no.
So just abundance mindset, dude.
Yeah,
That's
of good things.
just focus on what you do want, so what you don't want.
Don't
visualize
focus on the stuff you don't want. Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Everyone has a thought or two that comes in their head that's like what you don't want. You just gotta catch that thought
Mm-hmm.
and realize I'm putting energy into this. I need to just redirect my focus into something that I do want.
Right.
It's that easy. Like I said, we all fall down and we just gotta get back up. You see that thought? You're like, okay, I can just think something else. You gotta choose something else.
That's right. That's right.
Don't beat yourself up.
Well,
Don't
no.
fucking be like, oh, why am I having this thought? This is a bad thought.
Absolutely.
Don't have any thoughts like that. Just be like,
Of course not.
just think something else. It's like,
Just
choose something
let it in, like you said, Cameron. Treat it like a child. Just be really nice
new.
and respectful, like you would treat a child. Or some people treat their childs very mean. Don't treat your thoughts like that. I'm not trying to tell everybody treat like you. Everybody's different, People don't treat their kids the same. Not every family treats their kids the same. I've seen moms and dads treat their kids like shit.
Yeah, so have I.
That is not fun.
No.
That's not good for the kid when they grow up, because then they're really going to be confused. Because their mom and dad are fucking shitty, but those are the ones they love.
Yeah, that's where you get.
What the fuck is that?
Subconscious beliefs.
That is some bad shit, but I tell you, I can fucking help. I can help. I mean, that's what I'm here for and you're here for. We can help. We can help people understand. Just tell us your background. We can give you an understanding exactly why this is the way you believe, and this is why you need to change them, or else you will fall on this exact same path.
Yeah, we just gotta work on making things more clearly spit
to clear,
like we was talking
communication.
about, like becoming
Yeah,
clear
the
with
truth.
communication.
All these things, just wake up, bam, all the truth. When you have truth, you live so much more clear, because you know exactly what the fuck is going on.
Right.
You don't have no bullshit. You might, the lies is shit that you might have about four round things in the water, and some of them have a solid, they go down in concrete and they hit the ground, they're solid. Well, there could be one in the middle that's just floating and you don't realize it, because somebody told you, hey, every one of those are fucking solid, go ahead. Well, that's not the fucking truth. You don't know that. This one person just told you this, but fuck, that's just somebody telling you something. they might just fucking assume that shit. That's not true. You got to get the facts, and that's how you have a truth.
You gotta do your own research.
You got to have your research on everything.
Yeah, because everybody, like, not everybody, like, some people don't assume things because they've, like...
Well, you know,
raised
there's a
awareness
lot of people
on
that
it.
are aware of their minds.
Yeah, but you don't know who all has
No.
gone past that or not, so you just have to assume.
Well, you
That's
talk
the
to
only
them.
assuming that you can do is to
Right.
assume that everyone else is already assuming things.
Yes, that's bad. If you think everybody else is assuming things, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, but you just gotta, like, you really gotta use your own judgment, I feel like, with
You
what
can.
people are saying.
You're right.
Because
Yes.
sometimes you'll resonate with something that someone says,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, that sounds pretty, like, it sounds like truth, but
Mm-hmm.
it's at the same time, you don't want to take anything anyone says as an absolute truth, because anything
Yeah.
could not be true that someone tells you.
You're 100% right, Cameron. Don't be too fucking don't be fucking that stupid guy that's like too careful. He's scared to fucking jump on those things. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
You know, and you can feel the energy off people. You know, you can actually feel the truth.
Yeah, you know.
If you are with your mind, you can see. If you're that clear, you can tell from somebody else by looking at them, as in just talking to them.
Yeah.
The first word comes out their mouth is going to show who they are. You'll see it just coming out of them. And then you'll feel the fucking energy too.
Right.
And that's what's so beautiful about it. Yeah, you can just instantly, I mean, it's just smooth. It flows.
Yeah.
Guy's got it, he said it, you're good to go.
But then again, maybe some people don't have that because at the same time, like people, like whenever I was younger and I was being forced to go to church when I was younger,
Uh-huh.
and like I could tell right away, like from what they were telling me, that like, damn, a lot of the shit that they're talking about in church really is like, it doesn't resonate. Like it doesn't really, you know, like. Say for instance, so there's God over there, he's judging everything you do. When you die, he's going to look at all your past mistakes and be like, oh, you're going to hell. Or he's going to look at you and be like, oh, you're going to heaven.
Uh-huh.
It's like that thought in my head, it never fucking made sense to me. Like I never felt like that could be true. Like there was never, like I couldn't never believe it. There was no way that I could believe it. It doesn't matter how many people explain it to me. Or how well they explain it.
Because
to me.
there's no way you can, it's just.
But other people, they do, you know what I'm saying? Some people hear that same exact thing, and they'll fucking be like, oh,
Go with it.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, damn, this is real, like, this is what they're saying is true.
Well, yeah.
Some
Because,
people don't have the same discernment. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. But that goes back to beliefs. You can believe anything.
Yeah, beliefs.
You can believe. You can believe anything.
Because I went to church one time, and
Yeah.
I fucking, like, they had me do a prayer meeting. You know how sometimes in the Pentecostal church, how they, like, fucking, like, force you to go down the altar or some bullshit. Kind of, like, really put,
Tap
like,
you a little
pressure
bit,
on
take them
you.
on down.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
you're feeling that.
you
You're
start
feeling
the
that.
energy.
You start feeling that
When you get down on
energy.
your knees and you start praying about
Uh,
stuff, you'll start feeling shit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I felt it. I was
Because
like,
they put that energy toward you.
yeah, and I was like, I
Yeah.
even knew after that had happened, I was like, you know, I might have felt something, but I feel like it was placebo because of what they were telling me,
Mhm.
and I had the expectation that, because I was like, okay, so if I do what they're telling me to do, it's going to be what, you know, like some kind of fucking buzz or something. They're always saying how, it gets you high, like we feel better than any drug
Right.
I've ever been on. We've been taking drugs. I was like, oh, so me, I've smoked a bunch of weed, and I was like, okay, so I must be getting a buzz, like getting on some weed or something. And you kind of give yourself a placebo kind of buzz, which has happened to me several times, like outside of fucking like church. Like
Right.
one time I was like almost felt like I was tripping acid.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a lot to do with words. People can use words, and especially if you're thinking their mentality like so. Yeah, there's a lot of trippy feelings that you
Yeah.
can put into you, and you could do a lot of words can make feelings. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro.
Or, you know, and energy, vibes. can make feelings. Those are deep.
Yeah, man.
And, you know, it's the way it is. You're right.
Yeah, man. That's like fucking. You just like you talk about what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you're talking about something, that's what you believe in yourself.
That's right.
You're not gonna talk about something you don't believe.
Yeah.
Like even someone who's talking a bunch of dumb shit, they don't even know anything they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's still their own beliefs they're
Yes.
talking about.
Yes.
They believe it's true, even though it's not true.
Uh-huh.
So it's true to them.
Yeah.
It's just as true to them as Jesus
Right.
is to some Christian.
Yeah, that's right.
That's like, oh, some
Well,
Christians
yeah.
like, oh, Jesus is real. I felt him. I've
Yeah.
personally fucking never had any kind of experience with Jesus.
Mhm.
Never fucking had any kind of like
Yeah.
savior type
Right.
moments.
Because
like,
you've never believed.
never believed. Like fucking, I'd be like, as a kid, I was like, oh, I know I'm sinning for what they're telling me. Like I know that I do all these things that are not like righteous or whatever that Jesus is looking down upon, and I'd be like, okay, so fucking, they always tell me that like once you become saved or whatever, that Jesus will take away your desires for like sinful ways.
Right. No, that's true, because that's the beliefs.
Well, fucking, they said like you just gotta accept Jesus in your heart. I'm like, accept Jesus in my heart. Okay, so accept Jesus, and be like, okay, I confess these things that I do that I know is not right.
Uh-huh.
I'll be like, just like take away my desire for these things and like help me do better.
Yeah.
And like I'll just like be a better person, be a witness to you, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like never fucking took the desire. Like I always wanted to do those things, and it finally became to the point where I was like, you know, really, there's no such thing as Jesus. Like it's really like it's not Jesus who takes away desire. It's you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Like,
very true.
It's like I desire to smoke a cigarette, I go outside and smoke a cigarette because that's what I desire to do.
Uh-huh.
If I didn't have the desire to do it, I wouldn't go do it.
That's right.
So every time I get the desire to go out and smoke a cigarette, I'll go out and have a cigarette because I feel like it's just fine.
That's how desires work.
Yeah.
If you put a guilt on a desire, you don't want to do it no more because you have a guilt.
I don't know, like
No, if you put a guilt on it.
well, people used to always put guilt on me, like they
That's what I'm saying.
preaching hellfire
Yeah.
and brimstone, and I had a guilt
Put a
about
guilt.
doing things, but I
Yeah.
still continued to do them. Even
Well,
though I had the guilt,
because it didn't make any sense.
it didn't make sense to me. So
It wasn't
I
making
wasn't
sense.
willing to accept
You
it.
wasn't willing to accept the full belief.
Yeah.
You was getting those points though. You was starting to grow those muscles enough where you was like, ooh, you know.
Yeah.
But you got lucky to get out of that
Right.
whole situation.
I kind of would test it pretty well with my own ways. Like I was testing the whole
Right.
time I was in church and being made to go to church
You
school.
testing.
And shit. I was always testing them and
Yeah.
listening to what they're saying and I'd be really analyzing things, and a lot of things would be always contradicting, self-contradicting
Yeah.
of itself. Things that are coming out of the Bible
Yeah.
were two different things that didn't really go well together.
Mm,
Doesn't really mesh, and I'm like, it's been so long now that I don't know anything in the Bible pretty much. I pretty well tried to forget all that shit, but at the time, I fucking had all the evidence I needed. I was like, I made up my mind when I was 15 years old. I was like, yeah, there's definitely enough evidence that I've gathered within the last 10 years
right.
to realize that this is bullshit.
Mhm.
Nobody's fucking
Well-
religion is true.
Well, religion is bad news, but like I said earlier, when you have a different mindset and you come at it, and there's a lot of positives in the Bible. When you realize there's only positives and negatives, that gotta have negative and positive and everything, pretty much everything.
Always.
You gotta when you realize that there is that positive, and that's what you need to realize, and that's what God says. I am truth, and that truth is positive things. If you look at it that way, love. If you have love, if there's anything positive, there's gonna be loving, you know.
Yeah.
And so when you see it that way, it's gonna be a huge change in all those scriptures that you've been told, and be like, damn, that's what made me so much sense in the Bible, because I just changed my thoughts. I changed my mentality about it, about the positives, and realized there's positives and negatives in the Bible. When you realize that and make a belief on that, because it's just what it is, that when you read the Bible, you get a whole nother understanding. Look out for the fucking speed bumps, you know.
Yeah, look out for speed bumps.